Never gonna die.
Yeah, this is a different battle, a different mindset match right here, because obviously we know what's going on with LA. 0-6 in their last 2 matches in map count. You haven't really been looking like a collective
Bro,
team.
Kenny been through the
Sometimes when you have a
ringer the
team full
last
of
2 years.
all-stars,
God
it takes a
damn.
little bit extra time to get where you actually want to be, because too much talent, everyone wants to shine.
He's been on 2 God squads and he's just getting shit on.
Do it. And on the opposite side, whenever you're playing against Optic as a former pro player, you always want to be your best. But Optic now have the opportunity to potentially steamroll these guys and force a lot of conversations to be had on the LA Thieves camp that they probably don't want to at this point in the season. So a very crucial match for both teams, but more specifically, LA needs to come out today as a team.
Yeah, and he did come out right from the get-go. I mean, we said that all the time. Like, momentum from minute 1 could not be more appropriate for
I'm
a
turning
team
this shit
that's
up, bro.
struggling, especially like you mentioned, 6 map losses in a row. Where Optic had a little bit of freedom, I think, especially
We're
considering
locking
the
in.
results from this weekend, to have a pretty clear-cut path to dictate their own destiny towards showing up their major for a ring ceremony and be the #1 seed. But it's a big matchup. Optic Texas taking on the LA Thieves. Exposure hardpoint. Let's get it on.
And Optic already being the aggressors, taking a lot of space in the middle of the match. Shotzzy flies right through middle, instantly at your bottom window, opens up the initial gunfight, but it's a battle right now for the map control. Neither team wanting a hot time.
Yo, should we start reacting to these
Yeah,
matches
nice
for
moment from
YouTube?
Shotzzy, able to read down to 1, plus have assistance for Mercules to shut down Scrap. So opening time looks good.
Yo, YouTube looks good.
Trying to surround this P1, hitting every single point of ingress at the same time. Dashy not quite able to finish on to the first kill in front of him. So with that, Thieves will win all their individual
I can do that, right? I'm allowed to do that?
Get back, counteract Optic's time, and start to make a move to try to push Optic around the map.
Yeah, Optic really didn't know what the setup was looking like there. They were just waiting for their final teammate to spawn, and as soon as he spawns, Dashy turns and unfortunately loses the fight. Then you lose the map control after that, but now it's a race off the rotation. The Nuke wins a one-on-one, but he's knocked down to 16 HP. You got Mercules with the cover fire, and this is the hill that Optic love on exposure.
Yeah, what a read from Merc. Able to shrug off the player at mid, find the kill on the side. That's easy. Sneaks in through staircase.
Damn.
They're watching it, turns it into a double. Big moment here for Thieves. Now have the numbers to keep pushing forward. Dashy wants to shell this though, and Hydra's right there to beat him. So Thieves will gain some control over 2 and push Optic back.
Yeah, fighting very early on is Thieves, showing the gunny. Abizi having a hot start alongside Hydra.
I was gonna say it's a good start for Thieves.
Eventually he is gonna get traded, and all of Optic Texas are gonna fight their way back into contest this old time, but the numbers still in favor of LA. The gunny still in favor of LA, and now Optic have to start thinking about that
I was gonna
rotation.
say that
'cause
is
there's
a
only 20
faded ass
seconds
chow.
left.
Yeah, Scrap able to again keep Optic at arm's reach in front of P2. Now off of his regen, able to get back to the ARs. Hydra, yeah, able to deal with the first, turn around,
Thieves are
find the
cooking
second.
early.
But like you mentioned, the big thing is about rotating to new, and actually Thieves will spawn close here thanks to the staggered timing of the respawn. So they're gonna get to P3 first and have a BZ top window, flexing onto the M15, already reading that Optic or trying to approach from the front.
Yeah, just value your life. Try to stay alive with these nades and stuns getting invested through the front window. So far, so good. As Hydra's keeping it safe on the backside. He catches the timing onto the nuke. Already put yourself in the numbers advantage while Hydra's blocking the back. So all of Texas have to break through front window, and this is not easy. You have to check every corner. Now Kenny's on 5 in a row.
Yeah, really good moment here from Kenny. Just has the freedom to push forward, like you mentioned, considering the control of spawns and the manipulation of the map from Thieves. And that breaks down Optic's break attempt pretty quickly. Split moment here, though, and actually Optic somehow come away with every single gunfight win. That's a very quick 4 down, unexpectedly so, and much needed so for Optic, trying to get themselves over 25 points early.
Yeah, but Scrap is out. Scrap is out. You are not going to be aware of that, so now he just needs to value his life a little bit more. There's a player from Optic working on the rotation, and it's going to be Mercules. A one-on-one versus Scrap. Can he sniff him out? I don't think so, because Scrap off the revamp. That's unreadable. What a play right there out of Scrap. Individual prowess to try to block the spawn. Doesn't matter. It's the spawn right behind you if I'm the new.
Yeah, but it's just Duke for now. And Abizi gets the read to at least get the trade out. What a start this has been for LA.
Good
Optic
stuff.
in pieces as Kenny continues to just bump the hard point and go a little rogue. He's got 2 in the kill feed while Hydra is able to get the read on the rest of Optic's approach over through Solar. Scrap picks up the lane. Do you get a read that Shotzzy spawns behind you though? Now you do because Hydra spawns out, but it's a little bit too late. Optic get another free break.
Yeah, Optic keep getting these opportunities with some spawns that come into play. Shotzzy towards the backside. That should not be an option, but he does, and now he makes the most of it. You get the break for the final 30
3 and
seconds.
10 early.
But for all the LA Thieves fans who were expecting this to be a little hot streak, they have come out the gate swinging, so you should be proud.
Dashy
But
could get a
job is
kill,
not
look, they
done.
could win.
Battle off the rotation out of P5.
He gets
yeah,
2.
It's really just 2 different spawn moments that Optic get, I won't say blessed with, but
And they're right back in this
they
shit.
get the benefit of a couple of overextension mistakes
Going
from
on 25.
Thieves. And it relies on the P3 break and then a late P4 break to get us to within 24 points. Optic finally able to win a rotation, this time over towards Crane.
Whoa.
Hercules, wow, what a snap that was. Not able to fully win the battle
He
versus
almost
Scrap.
shit on
and
him,
Thieves
son.
now have a chance to collapse on the hard point with weak
Gets
Optic
2,
members in the hill.
including the
Yeah, and
teammate.
Hydra won his one-on-one on the opposite side of Dirt, so it's a clean break there from the Thieves. Perfectly executed on the back of individual gunfights. Now all of Texas swarming over towards ringside. Scrap, your job is to hold down mid-map as long as you can, but now you lose mid-map, and Optic have all the angles to get you out.
Kenny able to find first blood. Shotzi trying to dive into the hill.
Damn!
Trying to play from the front, but there it is. Hook gets 2. Mercules jumping
just
in.
dunked
finds
on
the
his
third.
shit.
And Optic once again
Okay,
counter break.
Scrap's just burger walking
doesn't check
forward.
his corner. It was more focused
What
on
the
if
fuck
anyone
was
was hitting
that?
from the front side of the hill. And as he drops, will end the first rotation. A rotation that had largely been controlled
Like the easiest
tempo-wise
kill
by
of all
LA
time.
at just about a 15-point game as we go to P1 again.
Yeah, P3 was the difference maker. That split second in the final 5 at the end of P2 where Optic spawned all the way across the map and give the rotation to Thieves gave them this little bit of a lead, but now Optic is starting to fight back. Dash the
He said, "I'm pushing forward, I'm pushing forward."
Fine, 15 and 8, almost a minute in hill time. My turn to get a couple more cutoff kills or some information. Now back up.
Damn!
Like, hell, I got the
What a
ego
win.
chow. I'm going for the
And he's
gunny.
gonna get the stun ticks.
And he even gets the stun
Damn!
shot. She wants it and finds it. Woo! Goodness gracious. Abizi flexing out of the M15, looking solid. LA cleaned the floor and now have some good time in front of them here on 1.
Yeah, Thieves right now.
Bro,
make
and
the
he's double
adjustments on this
positive. You know his
P1. Whip out
EKIA
4
probably says like
M15s.
triple pos or some
They're
shit.
prepared for all these long
probably
distance
doped the
gunfights.
fuck up
This
right
has been
now.
a flawless hold to be up by 40 points. You're just going to be late off the rotation and New. You will absolutely take it.
Kenny was
We're
on a
going to
4.
go over to New. Optic
only
will
at
be there
40
first.
though.
Thieves trying to break and continue to stretch together some nice moments here early in our second rotation. And as they do,
Baden
we'll check
switched
in
out
with
of the
comms
same
of the LA
corner.
Thieves.
I'd be pissed.
I'll see him under. Name time.
Okay, let's see how they're coming, bro. This is gonna be the biggest tell right here. Yo, Scrap got kind of cooked right there. He's not gonna kill him. Ooh! They're gonna break. Oh! This isn't gonna be good time for either team though. If anything, Optic. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
One window, one window, one window, one window. Yeah, just we just played the live ready to get.
Uh-oh.
I got one, I got one. There's not hit twice. There's two.
Wait, they are getting fried.
Really big. Brandon,
God damn.
Brandon, close, make cut. One time. Brandon, one shot. Brandon, Let's get back there new. And one shot on old. And one bullet on old. He was. That's funny. I'm blocking. That's funny deep, I think. Yeah, that's funny on defense.
Optic's tying this shit up.
Oh, back of me. Back of me somewhere. I'll see him trying out.
Look, they might break right here. Ooh, no, Optic's gonna hold spawns.
Zig, front hill. Nice.
Ooh, hang on.
Low, close left.
Again, why are we chowing while reloading? What is that?
One's low.
What the fuck? What are we doing?
Reset, bro. Reset.
Yeah, reset. Are Thieves high?
Well, Thieves, a couple of decent setups, trying to break their way into the hard points, both at 2 and 3. But
That was
Mercules
3 of the
has
most
become a
burger
problem
deaths I've
as
ever
we
seen
get
in
to
my
different
life,
moments
and they
here at 3.
came
We
in
saw
a
moment to see
sequence.
Optic are coming.
What the fuck?
Soak this 15.
And Optic is up 30 all of a sudden.
Two of them. Kenny and Paco.
Undo on me, dead.
I got one.
Okay, I'm pushed out solar.
Yeah, somebody just leveled up.
I'm walking back. They should be spawning with me.
I'm on it. You can bump out and help in the back if you want. Bump out
I
right.
have solar, boys. I have solar.
Hitting my front.
I'm solar.
I'm trying out. One's front on me.
You got the hits.
Nothing solar.
Okay, they're double netting front. Two front. Another one front. Kenny.
Back in the back. Back
Let's get in
right.
the back.
He's like in between. He's living.
One shot. Nice. They're gonna be front. One put us one in the back.
What? No, watch out.
Optional time, Paco.
Close the back.
Whoa, we're doing tricks on it. Optic still has the trades though.
He's there.
Kenny was the only one to hit the bag and he dies. He's gonna be so pissed.
Watch out, back corner. He's wall bouncing.
They're running through
One
front.
bullet. You're by yourself.
What quarter time on me, boys?
I
need time.
Nice.
So one try. There's 2 down.
Ugh.
I'm begging from front. I'm begging from front.
laying down. He flipped
One shot on time.
They're both at one bullet.
All good.
Oh!
Fucking shit, Merc.
I'm saying I
Yeah,
don't know.
Get him new.
We should back road.
Get new. Yeah, I'm blocking.
Play line, let them in.
Alright, I got
He's 31 and 18.
I'm blocking our side. I'll get.
I'll get. I'm dodging nades. Shot.
We're really thirsty to be
Hear him.
This kid's fucking insane. Let's go, Pandas.
So his teammates just perfection of Hercules.
Oh! We're still in listening. Shut up.
He stands a chance. We're still listening to the comms. Optic is all.
Oh!
Ever since this second set, at the ending of that P2, Thieves capitalized on the first attempt.
God damn! They're getting ran.
Close it out here.
It's just like every moment that Thieves are about to crack the code, even in that last hard point, where it's like, okay, down to a 1v1 or 2v1, Merc is able just to shut it all down. It just steals the breath away from
It's almost
LA.
like they won champs last year.
170 to 236.
And the year before that.
Up top, trying to fall back into the hard point, not able to. Hook following, long range shots to Kenny aren't going to land. There's a lifeline here for Thieves, but have to find a read on where Optic are as we move over to 1 again.
Yeah, and there's no way you're going to be able to
He's
read the
pos
golden
10
child
with a
in
90
Mercules.
seconds in hill,
Takes
bruh.
a long route. He has some time to work with.
Oh,
The
goddamn
repitch is gonna
turnaround.
Come in, but damage already dealt. You get the guy off of the HP.
Dashy
Now you
ain't
gotta
even
force
doing
someone
shit.
out of their positioning while Dashy's already on the repitch. He's going to take you off. Optic still only need 14.
Yeah, but how about Kenny coming back over the top window? Dashy finds one before falling. 2v2 over the time.
Whoa.
And Hydra gets
Hold
the
on
shutdown
now.
onto Ant.
Hold on now.
Following. No, nothing there. Nice moment.
That was a
for
good-ass
LA.
chow out of hill
35
by
seconds on
Hydra.
the clock. You've got Dashy stuck bottom dirt right now, so you need to try to create something up top. Mercules
Good
gives you
one
one.
pump, but he gets
But
fried.
not enough to really get LA
Ugh.
off time.
God
Well,
damn.
Shotzi and Merc combined for a couple. Hook trying to follow to get inside of the fun. But it will be stuns and nades that keep
Good
this
win
thing
by Scrap.
relatively contested. We
That's a
keep
couple
our
good
attention
wins by
largely
Scrap.
over to what happens next at P2.
Yeah, and it's all about the battle off the rotation
Oh.
as well. You're going to have Kenny in a position to be early over towards the P2. Optic can no longer win here at P1, but Thieves are looking for
they're
the
still up
kills
40
in
though.
sync, and they already find 2. Now it's on Kenny.
Hold on now,
Potentially a
rotation.
one-on-one
Shotzi gets
versus
2 though.
Because Shotzi already finds a double through mid.
Yeah, and Kenny's just going to
Stun hits.
Shotzi from mid, but nades are landing. No trophy system down initially.
Contest.
Is out. 238 to 203. Mercules wins 1 down low.
Trades for
Still keeping his
Thieves.
position. Pistol for Kenny.
Beautiful
Coming
play
through.
from Ken.
He's had a whale of a map. 34 and 26.
Did he not see
Now
that
off
guy
the
laying
regen.
down?
Trying to find Shotzi, but Scrap beats him to it, and LA are still alive and kicking. Here come Optic, though, all from Solar.
Yeah, they all from Solar, but this is not how you ideally want to play this. Thieves are just playing keep away. You can manage this. Don't allow Optic to win this map.
Oh my
Don't allow
God,
them
this
to
is
win
so
this
sus.
rotation. Just keep them on the backside of Solar, but Mercury
Optic gets 2.
opens up with the first.
Hydra
Trades
the
for
right
Optic.
task, but does
4
not
dead for
expect the Merc
Thieves.
is still holding up top. So win
That
comes
might be
late.
game.
Optic, you gotta go.
Depends
If
on where
you're
the spawns
LA,
are in.
pitches on
They're not
the
reading the
doesn't
split.
get
They're
here.
not reading the
Some players
split.
who are actually on the hard point.
They're not reading the split. Ken gets 2, and
Does
Optic
not.
wins anyway.
And Optic able to survive a late surge from LA to take map number 1.
And you can already see it in the player game.
These
That's
brothers have
a
plot
good
armor, bro.
map perk. Mr. Mercules, the tone setter. Every single time you need him to bail you out, when he stands no chance, he's still making something out of nothing. But the turning point of the game was the second half. It was Thieves early on at that P2, where they were
What's
the
good,
team
Tripticon?
initially in the
Happy
final 10
Sunday,
seconds, able
brother
to flip
man.
those spawns and be the team to start off
Yo, Merc
initially
was
with
absolutely
P3. But when you go into
shitting.
the second set, you got trophy systems this time around to make
Yeah,
your setup a
Tripticon,
whole
I
lot
did.
stronger.
And a nice
with
little
Optic
chill
flipping in the
weekend.
final 20,
Was working
chaining into the
mostly.
P3, not allowing Scrap with a blessed spawn to break you at P4. They grew themselves such a lead that all they needed was one moment, and they find it at their favorite HP on that map P2 to close it out.
37 and 25. 28
Brother.
non-traded.
Damn!
47.
Damn!
22 objective kills.
Brother.
Pardon me? Ant said something about special players need to make special plays. Excuse me, brother. Special teams, special plays, special players.
This
Bring back
kid's
that one.
nuts.
Hercules takeover. And, I mean, how needed was it? Because let's be honest, like,
Find his timings, but you don't really have time to waste. You need to be putting in that work and showing it right here, right now.
all right, we'll see what we get. It's going to be Optic on the opening attack.
Thieves sponsored by
Scrap
Lexus.
sniping up the
Optic
top
sponsored by
blue
nobody.
Over at the green building.
Let's
jump
go,
up.
baby.
And LA defensively, not going to bother throwing any defensive members. LA defensively, not going to bother throwing any defensive members over to A early. So opting to play for a retake here, and they're going to do so by putting pressure on the flank. Mercules the one responsible for watching it.
Yeah, Mercules is going to choose his angle wisely and unfortunately get caught with his pants down.
You talking about Merc?
Blood in favor of Thieves, but Shotzi looking to instantly make up for it.
I mean,
Go back
damn.
for the ego, Chal, if you're easy. You're making it 3v3, and Optic are pushing through.
Yeah, why
What
not?
the
You've got a
fuck?
42, you know that on the site, but as
Just
Hook
running
tries
at them.
to create something at mid, the rest of the
Trade?
Thieves flank is able to collapse, find kills, but Dashy responds. The
2v2?
2v2 we go. Bomb down, smoke
Oh,
fade.
shit.
Scrap, Kenny, both seen,
1v2
but Dashy
Shotzi?
can't deal with either one of them, leaving it all down to Shotzi. And he's
Do they
looking
know
to
where he
kind of
is?
change up the angle
did he
and
see
go
him?
up and over, but he may have missed his window
Oh.
as he sees Scrap, and it looks like that.
Oh, did he see him?
Yeah, Thieves are watching right at him.
Yeah, and Scrap has a sniper pistol, so how does Shotzi decide to play this? That bomb being
What
down
the
on the bottom
shit?
side of green isn't going to help, but perfect army of two play from the Thieves. You find the first blood, you find the trades to the middle of the map, and then you don't allow Shotzi to ISO in one of these gunfights. Kenny and Scrap close out, and Kenny right now is on fire. Is that an opening ace?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Let's
it
go,
is.
Ken.
Now, I was just about to say that flank works out beautifully. And more so, I love the idea that the Thieves just say, okay, we know that Optic is going to try to push us out, right? Especially when Abizi drops into Motel Stairs. So it's the quick rewrap back through mid, not to go all the way back around to the front doors or front steps of Motels. So great start for Ken, man. And now it's on to see what Thieves want to do with their opening attack. And it looks like they're also going to at least have an early look over at A. Kenny just looking
Scrap
for
still
info
sniping or no?
over the top of plane. He may have seen Shotzi deep. Yeah, it looks like that's the case, but not enough information to do too much with.
Yeah, team nades just to make sure you're not going to be in plain head glitch, but now Kenny's job is to just scout them over towards this B site. Keep them on this side of the map while you have Scrap getting aggressive up through mid. Taking a lot of space away. Optic, haven't heard a sound yet, but Scrap is about to strike.
Yeah. Smoke out onto the bottom of the bomb site. Dashy from back Motel Stairs has to deal with the pressure through mid and does. 3v3, Hydra has not committed to get the bomb planted yet. He's up top on Motel. While Kenny, meanwhile, has found every kill for Thieves.
Oh, no.
And depending on the timing, he may get number 6. Shotzi has been seen.
Oh.
Alarm bells ring for Abizi. He finds the kill. And even Kenny finding tags onto Dashy has Optic completely trapped in mid.
Yeah, that's a big heads up play there from Ken.
1v2
to spot
for
out
Hook?
Shotzi on the pinch when he gets by him, and now it's left up to Hook. This time for a 1v2. With only 20 seconds left, you know Thieves have to commit on A. They have yet to do so, so time is on your side.
He may watch this cross, but no, a little bit of second guessing if they've gone underneath him to B. And in that moment of indecision, who will allow the bomb to be planted. Nice shots to Hydra, who I don't know how is alive. It looked like he just got his bell rang. But he survives to tell the tale. And now Hook has to do this the hard way in the 1v2.
Ooh.
Abizi's shoulders have not been seen yet. And as Hook pops up, it's an
He
easy
poops.
follow-up. Nice start for Thieves.
Yeah, that's two back-to-back rounds off the first blood. Kenny is getting it done.
said
through the
Hook
middle of the
poops.
map. Even though Scrap falls in an instant trade to make it a 3v3. You just get aggressive on their side. Catch a couple ISO gunfights. Then in the 2v1, the nuke. It's all about the timing, and unfortunately, you turn your head at the wrong time. They get the bomb plant. You don't finish the kill on Hydra. And Abizi is yet to show face. Right now, the teamwork for Thieves and S&D is showing.
Who is typing in the background? The fuck?
Clean
Production.
stuff. Again, all led by Kenny's First Bloods, to be sure. And Optic, this time, all 4 members quickly to A, 3 of which are up top at Motel, looking for some team shots, potentially. Hook just outside the bomb, looking for the quick plant. LA haven't thrown many nades. Yeah, they're here to try to contest this, but the force is significant, and that will be enough to get the bomb planted and start to go to work on the post.
Trades, Merkins too.
But the response from Mercules is better. Kenny also takes a ton of damage from a stray nade.
Trades,
And he's got
1v1.
really nowhere to go from here. Quick round for Optic.
Good round for Optic.
Yeah, very quick round from Optic. Great post plant setup. They just had to commit on that bomb plan. You would have loved to invest some stuns and nades to potentially find an opening there if you were the Thieves. But once that bomb goes down, Shotzi was causing a distraction on the top side of Motel. He does fall, but he sets up Mercules there for an instant trade +1. So numbers in favor of Optic. And he just traded out to get your first run on the board.
Yo, my
I love
thing
that
for the
from
past
Optic
couple
too,
years
just, hey,
has been like
Kenny's
the
having a
team
good match. He's
pass,
caught us in some First Bloods,
like
but
the team skin that I'm buying
it's not
in
enough for us
COD
to panic or
is the
change
team
out
that won
what
champs.
we have in mind in terms of the script
So-
for this playbook. So
After
hit him hard and let Thieves
like
know
after
that,
Modern
hey,
Warfare
this
2,
isn't
I
just gonna be a
bought the
walkaway map
Subliners
for you.
camo. After Modern Warfare
See
3, I
what
bought the
LA wants
Optic
to
one.
do. Defensive nades littered over the backside of A.
But the
radar
Optic
truck.
one this
Scrap, I don't know
year,
if it was
because
actually
obviously they
tagged
went
by
back to
any of
back.
it, so
The
he's
Optic
got
one
some
this
good
year,
space already.
I feel like
Top
it's kind of
motel, bomb making
basic.
its way over for a quick plant, and it's just really down to how much is Optic commit on this full.
And I don't know if I
want
to do 2 Optics in a row. But also, I don't
Instead
know.
of going for the flank, they're going to back up to see if they can get an early retake on A.
Yeah, because now you got the numbers.
I don't really know what I would get if not that
Got
one.
Shotzi working on the pinch alongside Mercules, but the repositioning from Kenny might
Wow,
be too much
what
to
a nade.
handle. He finds one and is able to get out. Force Shotzi to continue to look for you.
Taking a lot of time, and in that time,
Shotzi 1v4.
the 2 post-plant defenders
Or 1v3,
over the top of the
excuse
A
me.
site isolate down to Hoop.
going
So now
for
it's
this.
just down to Shotzi. This would be a 1v3 for him, but tucked into
Oh my
a
God.
corner is Scrap, but he tosses a trophy.
Oh.
It gives Shotzi a chance at it, but he can't quite lock down the pistol
Come
shots.
on.
LA maintain their steep
kicked
lead
my
early.
PC.
And
My
Kenny
bad.
continues to be the difference maker because he's not supposed to get one and get out. Shotzi was hoping he could
was
be
really
a lot
clutchable,
quicker on the
actually.
pinch. He got the man up advantage. But at that same time, Kenny's making plays. Scrap finds 3 on that round from the site. So big plays there from Ernie. Stop the bleeding. Optic are good on the defense, yet not versus us. 2 offensive successful rounds there for Thieves.
3-1.
And a big counterpunch to what tempo manipulation Optic were trying to throw into the last round. They say, all right, fine, we can get a quick plan today as well. So like you said, Scrapple will hold on to that 3 spree. Optic early trophy system down at Motel, but it's just opening nades through mid. LA trying to force the issue to catch Optic off guard, but Shotzi for first blood. Kenny again, though, from mid P1, finds a crossing angle. That's his 8th elimination now. And how about the aggression from Shotzi? He's cleared out all of A. Should lead to a really free play and let Shotzi just do Shotzi things here.
Yeah,
Say he
Shotzi
saw
getting
him, right?
information. They got to be working the pinch because no one is going to be
big one by
sliding away.
Scrap,
There goes
goddamn.
Scrap right in front. Wins the one-on-one. Now it's going to
Whoa, whoa, shit.
Your play call here and potentially just instantly getting this bond down because we need to make up for these numbers.
A couple of late nades for the Thieves. Don't quite land on a Hercules, who's back to full health. Dashy trying to hold
What am I
off the
hearing in the
flank.
background,
Hercules
bro?
trusted to watch things from the
Their
front.
production
He's
is
gonna catch one for
goofy,
free.
son.
No one in immediate position to find a trade. Kenny looking for an angle. Snaps over his Mercules for more damage.
gonna say, you
There's a
gotta know
shoulder
the bait and
jumps
switch
out from Scrap. Really
is
good
coming
little
off of
bait and
that.
switch. Dashy's nade tags, but doesn't find the trade. And he's now stuck kind of in the same
Ooh.
position that
Oh, man.
Mercules was. Nowhere to
Good
go.
round for Thieves.
Starting to run away with this one.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing else about Kenny. He is.
I feel like that was really
right
telegraphed.
now,
I feel like you got to be
He took
expecting
over
that if you're
map number
Merc right
1
there.
now,
And maybe
but
he
right
was,
now,
but
already at double digits. Every time they get blooded,
if that
he's
guy's
there to
jiggle
keep his
peeing
team
you like
alive.
that
I'm
and
not
not
gonna give
committing
this
to
guy a
challenging
one-on-one
you,
gunfight. Let me
I
wait
feel like
for
you
Scrap
gotta
to
know
jump
he's just
out of
baiting
Deli
for
so
his
we can
teammate.
2v1 him.
like that
And then
feels
I'll
so
just put the
telegraphed.
finishing touches to close out the round. Kenny is back. It seems like he's got an invisible headband on because he's just on a different level.
Yeah, dude, this is more like it. I think if you're a Thieves fan, you're loving what you're seeing.
Hell yeah, this is the guy that they wanted.
Yep.
Kenny having a great
Okay.
series so far.
4-1 the count. 5 in a row for Scrap.
9-3 in this game.
Holding on to that 3 spree from the round prior. Opening nades for Thieves all
An
over
ace.
towards the B plane. No one home, though. Optic have full flooded and stacked up around the A site.
And look what it's doing now. Because Thieves have found so much success on their attacking rounds. The only way you're usually going to lose attacking rounds is if you
info.
give up this A control. So now Optic forced
Info
to give
for
up
both
that
teams,
B
I guess.
site. Now switching up their defensive look on the 2-2 split. But with 30 seconds left, Thieves didn't take any space, and now Optic gained all that info.
Whoa.
No need to worry.
Yep. Defense gets into place. You could see Kenny was...
Whoa,
really
Hydra
hoping
finds a
he could find
gap.
timing
Good
in that
trade,
top
though.
window position, but as the bomb carrier has to make a decision surrounding the objective as the opening trade gets to us to a
So
3v3.
you can't die there.
Scrap getting some damage on a
good
Hercules who
live.
stays alive by backing up, and now Dash is going to try to flip the map around by playing on a late flank, but while this is happening, Kenny's going to get the plant.
It's all about the timing. I don't know if Abizi is able to spot him on the grass. It looks like he does gain that information, but so does Dashy. But on the opposite side, Kenny's able to find another. Puts down shots.
Oh, whoa!
Sending it for the kill, but Abizi gets caught.
Hello?
Yeah, Scrap too low, can't really play for the trade. Kenny's the one defending on top of his previous plant. And Dash
Oh, and he doesn't clear it.
around.
But how does he live?
Change the post plant late by getting in through mid.
Scrap finds the timing.
Scrap is perfect, that's 6.
Oh,
Hercules, but
Ken.
Kenny's able to find just the bare pixel needed.
Is that
to lock
5-1?
the shots in to confirm the trade and get LA onto map point.
Yeah, Kenny's just, like I said, on a different planet right now. Just valuing his life to perfection. challenging when need to, sitting at chopsticks, hold the suit so far here in the game number 2. And he's just having so much impact on every single one of these rounds. Then now Thieves. All right, game point.
Now Optic have to be thinking, what do we call here? Because as much as you may be able to credit the first couple of rounds to Kenny for being a takeover,
Whoa.
they really have not found much success on offense in terms of getting the bomb planted.
You said pew.
Actually, with the scope, you saw the glint at range from Scrap. So it looks like we're going to have 2 snipers on the table this round. Optic are kind of double stacked over towards B field, though. Couple of exchange of shots coming out, but the first blood may very well happen here. Shotzzy just underneath the plane, looking for an angle, finds Ken for the first, knows that's wins it. Mercury's not in position. Because Hydra fills the gaps.
Collateral.
Just down to Dashy with the sniper in hand. He hits the first.
Info.
Don't rule him out. Especially if you can hold this angle and find one more. But
what a map out of Thieves.
And how about a quick response from LA?
Yeah, that wasn't even close.
What a map out of Thieves,
Optic
bro.
is so good on the defensive side in search and destroy, but couldn't secure at least one on this map. Where you know where the play is going to come in. And that's just due to the playmaking ability on the opposite side, man. The ARs really took over. Scrap and Kenny were the deciding factors to how every single round was going to go. And Optic simply had no answer for LA there on that map.
No, not at all. Wow, what a re-coming out party, if you want to call it that, for LA. You heard it kind of talked by Anna the Desk. Like, this has been a very tough stretch of matches, especially now knowing that the Falcons are as good as they are, FaZe is as good as they are. Those results in December had us, I think, initially looking at this Thieves team saying, like,
what a map out of Ken, bro.
Damn, these guys are solid. But then you come out and you start your 2026 with not a single map win. You still have to play Optic. But again, very competitive at map number 1. Mercury's just the shining star, the difference maker. And then you respond.
Hey man, maybe Thieves just started,
really
so we'll see.
We'll search and destroy. You had that little bit of extra connection, and maybe that was what was missing. I know Ant last week was talking a lot about how Abizi and Hydra just didn't look like they were fully connected with one another. But you run 3 ARs and things seem to work out for you. Can that contain what you see from Optic, though, on Overload? I know the stretch in the last couple of weeks has not necessarily been as good as how it started, but an exposure Overload we haven't seen Optic on yet, and you have to feel like it's going to force some more frantic moments to where you have to quickly respond if you're Thieves.
Yeah, this is the mode that they desperately need to show work on, because that Overload versus Toronto, you could just tell how out of sync they were. So hopefully they've been putting in work on the back end. Because Optic, even though this is a new map, they still are a different kind of beast. But Thieves already coming out the gate swinging. Dominate top mid map control. Have the EMB in their possession. And you already have Kenny clearing out a lane.
Sure do, but Dashy stops Hydra from being a surprise. And then Shotzzy does shut down Kenny, meaning that the EMP will have to slow down just a touch. Stun comes through, gives an opportunity for Scrap to isolate the gunfight, and he does. But now he's by himself with just a pistol. And yeah, Optic will overwhelm him. Hydra
whoa, nobody's clearing anybody.
Doesn't ever see Hook, but now he does, and that will be enough to help out Kenny for his double. But Shotzzy is out of there, trying to keep the EMP in Optic's hands.
Yeah, thankfully Shotzzy was able to turn that corner, because if you're losing that gunfight from the back, then all of Thieves are in a position to instantly get a cat. Hydra might still be able to do it. Just catches the one-on-one gunfight. Shotzzy was trying to finesse,
that's not what you want if you're Optic.
Direction. Thieves get on the board first.
Dude,
just dies with it right on the point
right now,
brother.
6-1 start, and he's finding perfect
Ken's
timing
crying.
onto every single moment.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Scrap with the
and Thieves are shitting on them
instantaneously, and Kenny's on
fire. Thieves are
shitting. Eyes onto Shotzzy. He's not missing 6 in a row for Ken.
Oh man!
Woo! And they line up. Team kill.
Ken is out and about. He's looking for an early Hellstorm. EMP in the possession of the Thieves, but he loses that gunfight. So no Hellstorm secured, but another
3-0
score
Thieves. God
on the
damn.
board. Thieves are running it up.
Holy cow, dude. This has been a masterclass. We're 2 minutes in, not even fully, and LA is about to end the half. See if that continues forward as, yep, there is a BZ and Hydra opening
Yeah,
up
what
the
it
lane
is,
towards B.
4
Defense
Mercy rule?
spawning all the way over behind the A point, but that's a big win for Mercules. Forces Kenny to have to back off.
Yep, just got to slow it down
It's
now.
4
Let's
and a
play
half.
A couple kills. Scrap already finds one, so it's a 3v3 potentially to get this score in that B and close out the half.
Dude.
Scrap finds kill number 2, almost kill number 3. But Mercules
Damn, what a dead nade.
Half HP. A BZ gonna clean up house, but that reset.
What a play
no
from
one in the
Hook.
position to play it. Hydra on the pinch.
Just has to sit here and wait. Can fragment this
Ooh.
defensive Optic, but no.
Merc with another
Forces
team
a
kill,
team
bro.
kill.
Merc
Shotzzy
team
will
killing
collect
out the
the
ass
EMP.
this game.
Kenny is snapping. Beats Hook with an SMG up
Woo!
close and personal. Scrap 6 and 5. Now trying to get the Thieves forward to try to re-attack this B
Yo, Scrap
zone.
is
And the kills are
shitting
looking pretty
early.
easy. It's just
Scrap
Shotzzy with
and
the
Ken
pistol. Scrap
still
up and
gets the
over
kill.
to find the kill. Can they get there to end the half? Abizi trying to
That
stop
should
the
be
defense
half.
from finding any possibility
Oh,
of shutting
wait.
down the EMP.
Oh!
But Mercules does catch Scrap, and there's not enough Thieves members around to push it forward for the score.
Yeah, BZ just needed that one kill onto Merc, and the halftime would have already been in.
And Optic got 2 minutes towards
But
with
Optic
here.
still have a chance to get a couple tally here.
I was gonna say, if you could at least get one here, if you're Optic, you'd probably feel pretty good about that. I don't really know if there's like a good side or a bad side with this shit. Oh, god damn.
Well, the Ashies double with the pistol. Keeps them at the middle of the map. Thieves will spawn close to B. Kenny caught on sprint.
Does this shit work like this?
As
Is it like
Dashi
uplink?
up
Is there like a
3-0.
good side and a
Here
bad
comes the
side?
flood for Optic. Hydra up
Yo,
top,
what's up, teal
trying to push
side?
them back from the inner lane. Connects onto 1 kill. Mercules is going to try to open up a
Damn.
rotation route through mid, but he's not
An
going to get there
unfortunate
in
death.
time.
Oh, they all
As a
died. It doesn't
BZ,
matter.
Kenny, and Hydra all connect. Thieves, a chance to repossess and possibly score to end the half right here.
Oh, that's a big win though out of the Duke. Gonna force Kenny to wrap back.
Good
Every
defense, though,
single time
again.
they're just looking for that one opening gunfight. They consistently are losing it as of now. But with a minute left, Optic now have an opportunity to get one added. Working your way through mid-alley. Shotzzy needs a kill, can't find it. Now Kenny here just keeping them away. Rotation is in again for Optic.
And Hydra's just absolutely destroying the Optic backline.
Damn!
He's moving all the way over towards A, so these kills aren't going to
Yo,
amount to
Ken's
too
having
much.
a
Kenny's
legacy
gonna step
series
up right
also,
now.
deadass.
Does he get there
Wait,
in
Hook
time?
is
No,
gone.
he's
What the fuck?
sacrifice the score and
Well,
play
that's
for the
unfortunate.
reset. So
Thieves.
Optic on the board, but the
And that feels great if you're
location for
Optic.
the EMP's up top.
Only down
Look
2.
at the amount of space that LA have.
Oh, but the nuke gets the
Thieves
capture,
is on
one's a one-on-one
new.
towards the
Hydra
middle of
gets the
map,
kill
but
in
you
the
lose that
front.
gunfight
That might
towards
be
the
a
spawn, so
score.
Hydra opens up the lane.
Oh,
Kenny just
that
has
should
to
be,
cross,
yeah.
being uncontested, and that is going to be the halftime.
That's the half.
Thieves coming a little more prepared here on exposure. First time we see Optic Texas, they seem to be out of sync.
I'm
But
dashing
a
this
lot of
bitch.
free captures, a lot of map control in favor of the Thieves. They dominate that first half.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's just like, I don't want to like throw too much discredit to Optic. It's just that the Thieves are doing such a nice job of knowing when they can get someone through the middle of the map and make sure Optic's defense can't get into setups. It's just every single time we see Optic try to get back together to respond to what success the Thieves have in the kill feed, someone is making sure spawns are completely mismatched, or you have moments like this from Hydra where he's just cleaning up the backline on his own. Now, that didn't necessarily lead to a moment for Thieves necessarily, but that's just one example of what Thieves are doing to make sure Optic cannot stay comfortable to even put together some sort of a counterattack.
Yeah, that's the perfect word right there, comfortable. Because even when you're coming off the respawn, you're not comfortable because you have to clear out every single corner because you're not counting the players right now. So Optic need to have a whole lot better of a second half here if they want to fight back into it. And that's already 3 dead. Min-map
10's free. 17 and 7.
On 10 in a row. I blinked and he just started
What the
frying.
fuck?
Yeah, dude, it was after that last counterattack there from Optic. He gets that 2 in the highlight feed that we saw and then just stays alive the entire time when they eventually got their 4th
Good
score
win
and
from
turns it
BZ
into
right
an
there.
opening double here on this half. So, first 30 seconds, at least by momentum, feels like it's going the way of the Thieves as Scrap takes down 2. A BZ shut down by Shotzzy. The pickup for Scrap is only momentary. And Hydra will just have to, well, as they get to work holding this position, but he wants more and almost gets it. Hook will have the last word on that gunfight, though, and Kenny will drop behind as Optic keep their base safe.
Yeah, Kenny was just trying to clear out the lane. Force Optic to put focus on him. And now the rest of the teammates can reinforce their way through the map. That's 2 dead, but an instant response from Dashi and Shotzzy. Starting to come alive is Shotzzy with 2 in a row. EMP
Whoa,
in their possession.
brother.
But you got to get past Kenny, and he has not made any gunfight look easy.
No, he really hasn't. Hydra, 20 and 11.
Hook is getting out there.
It's a score.
Not just keeping pace with
Oh, no.
what Kenny's put together, but more than that. Hook has the EMP, but Optic don't have any real control to approach either of these two zones right now. Mercules was trying to work on that, but shut down by Abizi. Has Optic really just resorting to trying to find something from the front here at B.
God damn!
Yeah, Thieves are just playing a spread defensive setup. Not gonna get caught lacking potentially off of rotation, but now Optic are looking to commit over towards this B point. The lead blocker falls, and the nuke falls to the hands of Hydra. So another push gets shut down unless Shotzi can single-handedly get this done. But yeah, no chance. EMP in possession of Thieves, and now you can just play keep away.
Hook will feel things out over through tank. Trust that Dashy can hold that position. Not the case, but Hook will get to work at mid. Scrap is still alive. Mercury's caught trying to dive for the defense, so now it's just on to Dashy, and he's got a good angle for the first. Hydra doesn't want to bother with that challenge.
Tough
So
games for Merc and Dashy, bro.
and whoa, Dashy nearly found the perfect time.
Can't buy one.
Shotzi trying to find his trade and will be able to do so, as LA will have to back off and wait for help.
Holy fucking tax!
30 seconds. Optic still
How many
fighting
stuns
out
was
the
that?
spawn.
God damn!
Think
Shotzi
that
just got
moment
terminated.
changed. And it needs to start by finding kills onto Kenny because he keeps on breaking you down, and now Abizi on the bench breaks you down. Now he's trying to clear out more space, but he gets caught. And all this is doing is just stalling out time. Only 2 minutes left to work with. That's some best as Hellstorm force Optic to sit in their base.
Oh, Dash is able to find one from window up top to ring onto Kenny.
Nothing with
So
the
the
streak.
Hellstorm only really kills the clock more than anything else. Quick pickup from Shotzi. Pistol out. Tough battle with Scrap, who was not challenged in time by Dashy and doesn't make a difference. He wins that one anyways. So now Thieves in position to recontrol if they so choose to. And with Scrap's elimination, maybe they figure for it. Damage onto another, and yeah, nice tracking. Shotzi will drop Dashy for the trade, but numbers still in the middle of the map. Tilt in favor of the Thieves.
Yeah, there's just no need for Thieves to do anything else. Let's just look for the perfect moment to possess the EMP.
I was gonna say, this shit's already probably almost over.
We can start to go for a run, but we're up by 3. So every time we have possession, Optic have to fight 2 times harder to even get another one added to the list.
Yeah.
But this might be their opportunity. 3 go down. You got to clear space. You need this score right here.
Yeah, you have to have this.
There is time, but yeah, they need this.
And
oh, and it drops on top of the solar.
Drops. That was Shotzi.
That's like the worst possible place.
Continues to hold for now. Dashy in some trouble. Has to again get forward. Find a way to score here, but no. What a display this has been for Thieves, man. They look so much more improved. And
Thieves does look really good.
Because Kenny's slaying, it kind of feels that way.
No, I feel like it's the entire team just in sync, looking like an actual team on overload. We're only taking risks when we need to, when we have the numbers. We are calculating these pushes. We are accounting for anyone, not allowing anybody on the side of Optic to slip by us. And we are taking all of our opportunities and making the most of it. 35 seconds is mathematically impossible in the final 5. And Thieves are going to dominate here in the overload. Take a commanding 2-1 lead. And this looks like a whole different roster.
Yeah, it really does.
Ugh.
I mean, there's just no hole.
She might even score that shit.
You can go ahead and just make this icing on the cake. It'll be a 5.
God damn.
Dude, I'll say
2-1 Thieves.
You're absolutely right. I mean, you can obviously confirm and validate that with the scoreboard, but it's just
holy
there's no
fuck,
holes
buddy.
right now for this Thieves team. And I don't know if it's just simply because we've gotten 3 maps where Abizi could pop a third M15 if he wants to, and that just allows for Kenny to get into the mix a little bit more and not feel like he's got to kind of pick and choose his battles. But these guys are flowing right now with this more 3-1 setup with 3 ARs and the 1 SMG out of Hydra.
Yeah, everyone's just smiling in the player cams. They know that they're feeling themselves. So let me find out all it took was to get rid of Den in every single game mode.
Facts, dude.
Because they are putting it together right now in exposure. Dominate. There in that map number 3. Optic could never get any breathing room. The one opportunity that they had when they shut down that initial push, Shotzi gets caught on the opposite side of the map off the rotation in a one-on-one gunfight. That simply cannot happen. That means that Optic are not tracking or keeping count of who is on the map and where are they. Because this is a mode that I expected in the beginning of season for Hydra to always shine in. And just having a little bit more team-oriented plays, pushing out the right lanes, leading for your teammates, and not being on the opposite side of the map. He takes over 20 non-traded kills, 3,200 damage, went on 10 in a row.
Yep.
And that was just an easy game of overload when that teamwork makes the dream work.
What a story this would be, though, for Thieves to kind of do their best
let's
Undertaker impersonation and just rise out of the grave and take down Optic, who, again, after the recent results with Vegas, are looking like they very well could be, if not should be, the favored seed moving into their home major. But it feels like everything's about to be up for grabs now as we jump on into map number 4. Thieves trying to put it away here and shock the CDL world, if you haven't already been shocked already.
Yeah, I guess at this moment it's a shock, but when you build a super team like this, you're bound to see some results very, very soon. Just sooner rather than later
Thieves again.
What they were hoping for. And already into this map number 4, they are dominating the mid-map pressure. Instantly flip Optic over towards green side and have been flawless in this hold.
Now BZ still soaking up time. Nades will connect, keeps him low. Kenny trying to step forward to help him out from the shops cross. Has Dashy in the way, doesn't miss a bullet. Back over to mid, almost, but at least gets BZ back into the hill. So more contests coming through. Flawless start still though for LA. And now it's just down to winning this next set of gunfights with 10 seconds remaining. Optic find the clearance of the old hill. And Scrap, well, they're actually trying to flip things around here through mid. A couple of good kills come out, and you look to Kenny by himself, little rogue mission. Isolation onto Dashy's all that you need. You find the trade in LA. We'll get the rotational win to P2.
And that's teamwork on full display. Thieves pressure through mid to open up that lane for Kenny to flank through blue side. Wins one gunfight. Now you are in full control of the HP, and Optic is still spawning over towards green. So Optic continuously looking out of sync. Going one, just getting picked apart as Scrap lines up a double.
God damn, yo, they're getting fried.
LA Thieves still in control.
Thieves looks good as fuck.
Looking good. Flawless start. Abizi off the regen. Nades landing.
On the flank.
Cut off though. Able to find 1 damage onto the second. Leaves for an easy trade for Hydra. And Abizi is just soaking up more hill time. He is almost at a minute of hill time already. And he's finding objective kills 4 in a row for Abizi. Doesn't respond to Hercules, but Kenny's got the lineup on that same pinch route through blue. Last 1v1 for Hydra, and Dashy goes the way of Optic, who will stave off some of that scrap time, now moving to 3.
And that's such a big kill onto Abizi because he was a slither away from earning a Hellstorm, and that is a difference maker, especially at the first go around at P3, because there's no trophy system that can assist you. But you shut him down, now your window rotation, and Optic had their avenue to work themselves back into the mix. Flawless so far for the first 15 seconds. You don't have the spawns that you want, but you are lighting up the kill feed.
Oh,
big win for Scrap. One more? No, not quite. Dashy with the shutdown. But Abizi and Hydra are right there to take control of the hard point. Kenny gets a read on a flank play from Shotzi. Can't deal with it initially. Has Scrap in some worry as Optic are trying to break the hill from the front. But Shotzi's now been shot. Stall. Look at the spawn. A little bit split, and Kenny catches Optic in the hill by surprise. A chance for them to re-break with 15 on the clock.
Shotzi just needed to value his life a little more. It's just Scrap catches that angle. Keeps his team in potential pinch opportunity, but now Optic reinforced their way back through P3. They take the spawns over at P4. They take care of Hydra as well. And now, even though they have a 3v3 off this rotation, a free pinch angle is going to come in for Dashy. You just got to hold stall time.
Yeah, but Hydra spawns behind, catches Hercules by surprise. Hook on 4 in a row, trying to rely on the pistol, but shut down. Optic now trying to breach from the front. Shotzi gets 1. But tagged down low, there's the trades. Back and forth we go. Dashy in trouble, finds one more before falling. That should stabilize the spawns here for Thieves, and it does.
Yeah, but Optic already here, pushing their way through
Optic down 20 now.
You have the information that they're already going to be in your face. Right here comes the nuke on the pitch. He gets cut down by none other than Kenny. A 3 for 1, make it 4 for 1. Thieves
beautiful hold from Thieves.
So 20 seconds here. So Optic can get into this one last hurrah because they are blessed with those green spawns regardless. But you need to push out if you are Thieves. You don't want to get trapped towards the back.
Yeah, and as they do, Hercules finds 1. And that's enough for some scrap time to be battled for. Hercules even finds another, so that slows down Thieves.
What the hell?
Knife for Scrap somehow connects onto Hook. And now maybe a chance to get around the back and move the spawns around here if you're Scrap. Just comes down to if he wants to wait for help, or is there going to be some production from the front?
This is all individual gunfight after individual gunfight. Shotzi wins the one on plane, but you lose the one top green. Now you have to turn around and put focus on Hydra. He's just trying to finesse, opens up the lane for his teammates to break through the front, and now they're here.
But Scrap right there is kind of pushing through the window. One more spawner for Optic comes up at that exact moment. Kenny not able to finish off onto Hook. Hydra misses a window onto 1, but still follows up to take down Merc. Can't slip away from the trade, though. An opportunity here for Optic to regain the lead with 20 still to fight for.
Yeah, they have a lot of map
control. Great time
this
for
is
Optic
going to be their
here.
lead plus some. Now you start thinking about that rotation. Hydra and a huge one-on-one.
Whoa, that is faded as fuck, son.
Loses it off the backslide. So now what does it do to the spawns? Because Optic is going to take space over towards blue. LA Thieves are going to spawn on the backside of old, and now Optic have an opportunity.
We've got a series,
over
folks.
Towards his P1. Because look at that spawn from Dashy. You're not reading this pinch.
No, you're absolutely not. Not until Kenny spawns up, maybe. And no, not enough timing to get the read. So hardpoint goes neutral. Optic playing from the north side of the map. LA trying to respond by defending from the south. Hoop, pinch route. Sees one for free. Expecting a second by white wall.
Beautiful.
Finds that, no problem. 4 down. Optic with the moment of control.
Everyone from Thieves spawning over towards green side, but it's actually going to be a 2-2 split because you were a little bit too aggressive over towards Motel. And now Optic are going to be outnumbered. You give Thieves an opportunity and they seize it. Looking for a lead change again off of P one time. Final 20 seconds. You're going to start thinking about that rotation, but Brucey is coming to life 2 in a row with straight beams.
And Mercules feeling it, trying to jump on in. Knows he's got help all around this hard point. It is a mess at the scrap time of P1. Hook 20 and 13 off a double. Gives us a moment to breathe here as we head over to Motel. And LA are looking for openings, and they found 2 individual gunfight wins. Shotzi has to kind of give up his position to help on the hill.
I don't know about
nice
all
to get
that.
some fights to go your way, but Hook is only able to find 1. So the break is in for Thieves. Now you need your AR to just put down cover fire. Kenny forced to back on down, hoping that your teammate can go for a trade. But now there's pressure from every single angle on the side of Optic. The break is in, and they might be able to clean house here.
Yeah, sure feels that way. Hydra, whoa, gets a little bit of support there from Scrap, and that turns into
Hang on now.
the regen and shut things down. That's a 2v3 on the hill. Going to be a lead swap likely here for Thieves. Optic spawning over towards the left side of the map.
Thieves regain the lead.
Deciding if they want to try to hit this or not, maybe. And that opening elimination will have them try to flood forward. But Kenny, a BZ, able to shut it down and leave it just a scrap for a 1v1 with Dashy. That's 4 in a row. LA now moving across the map with some timing to possibly shut down Optic before they can get here.
Yeah, it's a race over towards playing heady. You just got to locate Hydra because he's going to break you down. He finds the first, puts down shots on the second.
Good win from Hoop.
Not able to take care of the nuke, but at least stalls time for your teammates to be on the HP. We just need to get our trophy system down because playing head glitch, you need to stay alive from the tax. But it's trade, Dashy finds 2.
But a BZ, patient. And with help from Kenny, the hard point stays open. Wow, dude, Kenny just continues to pop doubles when they need him most. Now on 3 in a row, soaking up a little bit of hard point time. Not a trophy in sight, it looks like, but it doesn't make a difference. The ARs are continuing to light things up here for Thieves. Hook is working on a route to New, but he's isolated, and if he gets seen, which Scrap is able to spot him, should be a chance to isolate and shut him down. And there it is. Big moment here for Thieves.
It got weird,
50,
but
and they're gonna have the rotation to New.
Yeah, this might
What?
spawns. You just got to get past Kenny.
COD League.
Off of the hill time.
Are we
off of
good?
the slaying in 5 in a row to pick up a Hellstorm. These win the rotation over towards P4. You're up by 50 and you can run it up even more.
Kenny just staring at the back to make sure no one hits a
just
route.
Burger standing open to
Pressure from
mid-map.
Optic when they need it most. Will move the spawns around, but Kenny bails out, comes back into the play, and that's 3 dead for Thieves. Mercules not able to find a route. The timing is perfect. Hellstorm is out. Thieves can close out pretty much the game here if they can find every single second.
Yeah, that's all they're looking for. That's why you call this in. Just keep them away from as long as we possibly can. Another clean 4 dead in
This
the
might be it, bro.
Split spawns for Optic. Shotzi closest man gets put to 1 shot, but instantly traded. You can't get in towards blue. You can't cross the line. Hydra lines up 2, and that's the last man standing for the nuke. But they're going to be able to breeze at 200.
Brother.
A little 2v3
COD League.
moment right there. Scrap finds 2. Make sure that Optic cannot
Are we
touch
good?
the scrap time. 136 to 2. Full 60 here at New. First line of defense is aggressive, and it has to hold.
It has to be perfect.
Bruh, is this me?
Because Hydra already finds one through mid-cut, but he's not expecting a player to be over towards play.
Or is this the broadcast?
Down this P5. This was the hill that got them back into the game, and they might have another answer on it.
Sure
Okay.
Looks that way.
It's
First
the
30
whole-
seconds are perfect.
it's the whole
You still
everybody.
have Shotzi up at the mid-cross. Dashy staying safe with the trophy
not me.
system right in front of him. And he's also got Mercules in his window. Kenny trying to just find an opening. Nothing there. 45 seconds have gone the way of Optic, and Thieves might just have to scrap and just chalk this thing up.
Yeah, just gotta chalk this one up. Keep Optic trapped over towards green side. Don't allow anyone to slip on.
Can't even tell what's going on.
Finding one gunfight through the middle of the map. Now you get the trade at Delhi, and now Thieves is spawning on the backside of green. So Optic have gave themselves a shot. You just need to continue to slay your way out through
Hold on now.
and they're lighting up the feed.
Yeah, the control is good right now at mid. Hydra playing over towards
Optic down about 40. Starting to find some kills.
Safe the pinch. Forces LA to have to break.
Big two from Hydra.
Finds two big ones. Hook now by himself gets the read on the Hydra for the trade. Has Dashy there to help him out of range.
Oh!
Shutdown comes
3 dead for Thieves.
Optic in a 2v4, and they're gonna get over the 200-point threshold.
We just saw a comeback on this map. Miami did it to Boston, and now Optic looking for their own show. They are gonna get killed off the time for now. They are gonna be outnumbered in the middle.
What the hell is going on?
And everybody else in the
3 dead.
Capitalize on it.
I don't think Thieves can win here though.
I don't think that they get that final segment, that final tick. So you got to think about that rotation.
Actually, they very well.
Big play from Ken.
Really close. Optic are feeling like they have to try to chow this out. Hook's going to spawn out away from this.
Got a touch.
Do they get that final tick?
Oh, they got it.
50, they do. Oh, the last.
Wow.
Comes in. No need to rotate. Although it looked like
they got the tick. Holy shit.
And how about the Thieves?
And Thieves win 3-1.
We're sitting here framing up this series like Optic may come out, beat him over the head with a shovel, and force a roster change. And Kenny says bet.
And so Optic, before the major, takes 2 tough losses to FaZe and Thieves. Gets 3-0'd by FaZe and 3-1 by Thieves.
They get that tick with all zeros on the clock. Optic were fighting. It just came too late. I said before the map started,
before their home major, man.
The majority of rotations was gonna win this map, and
which I can't wait to watch that.
A majority of that game to all of the money hills. The only one that Optic could really rely on was that P5. Thieves just came out as the Thieves we all expected to see in the beginning of the season. The super team is super teaming, and they got their W that they were looking for.
Also, yeah, Thieves needed that shit.
And the numbers, again, consistent across the board.
Abeezy, you the man, dog.
One did. Abeezy goes 30 and 22 and 24 non-traded. That's the one that I was looking at with 2 minutes in the hard point, dude. I'm telling you. And, like, I know there's going to be a lot of conversations surrounding this. Like, the map pool that Thieves were playing prior to this series had them, again, try to largely focus that 2-2 split compositionally.
What a series out of the Thieves.
Now you put yourself on 2 hard points where you can run 3 ARs. Scar Search, the same situation. Exposure Overload, they also kind of